Okay, it's March 5th, 2026. Okay, it's March 5th, 2026, 7:17 p.m. This begins the committee meeting for the Education, Culture, and Youth Services Committee. I am the chairman, Alex Ellison. If the other members want to go around and introduce themselves.
Dear General Secretary,
Herbert Norat, member.
Stephanie Bonilla, member.
Cynthia, you want to introduce yourself as well?
Cynthia Rodriguez.
Cynthia, you cut out a little bit there, but Cynthia's the chairperson of the board.
Community board chair. Yeah, sorry, thanks.
Okay, great. Next on the agenda, is just, I want to reference everyone to the conduct statement. It's included in, the meeting agenda. So please, I'm just asking everyone in attendance to, follow the conduct statement. Next is a review of the minutes. We didn't meet in February. January, I don't see the minutes posted yet. So I think we could just move on from that and hopefully we can vote on that at the next meeting. And so next we have a presentation from two members of the Bronx Zoo to tell us a little bit about their programming. I see Tiara Davis and Daisy Rodriguez in attendance. Thank you so much for coming to our committee meeting. If you both want to introduce yourselves.
Hi, it's nice to see everyone. My name is Daisy Rodriguez. I am the Executive Director for Government and Community Affairs.
And my name is Tiara Davis. I am the Associate Manager for Government and Community Affairs at WCS.
Thank you for so much for coming. So, we invited you to our committee meeting. We wanted to, hear more about some of the resources and programming that, is available for people in our district.
can you hover over her picture just so I can spell her name right?
So we're ready when you are.
Thank you again for the invitation. When I got the call from Jeremy and then your email, Alex, we were really excited to see this and have the opportunity to really start building a relationship with CB11. I don't know if most of you know, but I used to be a CB11 board member many moons ago. So I definitely have a leaning towards CB11 and really wanting to make this relationship work and benefit the community for sure. Tiara is going to go into the details of what we have currently, but I just wanted to explain that the Wildlife Conservation Society is actually a global organization that's headquartered in the Bronx. We have programs in over 50 countries worldwide, but we actually bring that information back to the city throughout our zoos and aquarium in the city. So as you know, the Bronx Zoo, there's also the Central Park Zoo, Queens Zoo, Prospect Park Zoo, and the New York Aquarium that Tiara and I both do government and community affairs for city and state. So with that, Tiara.
Hi, guys. So we will focus on the offerings. Sorry, one second. We are committed to making our parks accessible to the community. So we thank you for inviting us out tonight. So we will focus on offerings outside of the Bronx Zoo, but many opportunities we have here are also found in other parks. At the Bronx Zoo, we offer free admissions to veterans, family discounts to their families, and we offer free admissions on Wednesdays to the public. We also have the Community Access Program, which is also known as CAP, where we provide free Bronx Zoo tickets to nonprofit organizations, schools, and government partners that serve low-income and historically underserved communities across New York City. Eligible groups including community-based organizations, social service agencies, and public institutions working with youth, families, seniors, and individuals who may otherwise face barriers to visiting the zoo. The Bronx Zoo is also the borough's largest employer of youth in the borough. Annually, we have over 1,900 youth from the ages of 14 to 24 working in various positions from volunteers, interns, and seasonal positions. These initiatives provide holistic opportunities for youth to enter career pathways while gaining professional development experience at all 5 of our parks. We're also happy to support the community by providing free space for meetings here at the Bronx Zoo when available. If helpful, we can add the district manager or any designated person to our community and education email list so you guys can stay informed about the programs and opportunities that we do offer. Ultimately, there's a lot that we do provide, and we appreciate the time to share these out with you. We can take any questions that you guys may have and explore how we can work together.
So we can definitely go on for hours on end about the work that we do. We just wanted to highlight a couple of the items, especially our work around workforce development for young people. Tiara had hit on this, that we're actually one of the largest employers in the borough for youth. Throughout the city, we hire up to 1,900 young people. That's a pretty significant number. They can range from being volunteers, but most of them are interns and seasonal. And the amazing thing about the kind of programming that we have for young people is that the student that gives the ticket at the front desk or is flipping the burger in the back still has the access to the resources that we would provide the intern. So they have access to the seasoned professional, they have access to the resource and the work that we do globally. We pride ourselves on that work and making that support system between our departments to be able to provide that for young people. So it's one of the things that we love to talk about, and I can send your committee some studies and reports that we've done on this type of program so you can get a better sense of what that looks like. This past February, we hosted our Jive, which is our, help me out, Tiara, our youth expo for jobs, internships, and volunteer opportunities. We had over 500 people attend, actually young people attend, looking for work, looking for opportunities. It's one of our most popular events that we host. We do this annually, so hopefully next year we can work a little bit more closely to ensure that we have young people from the district coming to that. Open to any questions you might have.
Can you say the name of that annual event again?
Jive, Jive. And that's Jobs, Internships, Volunteer Expo.
Is there any preference for Bronx students as far as hiring for these positions?
When you say, you're saying preference?
Yeah, I mean, I guess just does the Bronx Zoo try to hire locally, and make these opportunities available to Bronx students as much as possible?
Yes. So there are certain tactics that we take. One is that we work with the schools that we have relationships with to get that information out. We send the information, well, we blast the information out to all the community boards in the Bronx. We work with elected officials and ensure that they have that information so they can blast it out to their constituents. We also work closely with different agencies that we have close relationships with. So NYCHA, NYPD are partners with us throughout the year, so we provide that information. And in fact, oftentimes we reserve certain numbers of blocks for them so they can come to like Jive and bring those students to that opportunity. And again, like this opportunity, the jobs that are available at the Bronx Zoo, for example, they vary in scope and size. I mean, there are opportunities to work on the business end, to work with the animals, even to work with people like me and Tiara in the government end. So it's a platform to allow young people to come in and see what the varying positions are available to them in a space like this, that we're not just a zoo, right? We're not just a tourist attraction. We actually are a pathway to careers that can lead locally or globally.
Is there a list of those particular opportunities for students, like just a range of what is offered? And if,
Yeah,
if you have that, could you potentially or email it to us or put it in the chat?
I can email it to you. I'll email you a clean list. So when you go onto our website,
Yeah.
It gives you what's available for that season, right? For that time availability. And then that consistently changes. So right now, young people have already put in the resumes. I'm pretty sure we've already hired a bunch of folks as well. So there might not be a lot of opportunity at the moment, but I will definitely get you an idea of like what the ranges are in those types of jobs that are available. One thing I also want to mention is that our HR department also participate in job fairs. So they're going out into the community, tabling and, putting out information on what's available. So if you have a job fair in the district or know of a job fair, let us know and we can work with our HR to be there. Another undertaking that we've done is work with different community groups, and me and Tiara are actually doing tabling in different types of communities all over the place to share this kind of information, whether it's a tabling where we're having fun with a wheel, a spinner, and they're winning prizes and people are winning tickets to come to the zoo, or they're just getting information on available jobs. We do take the time to go out there.
And you also mentioned that there's space available for free for meetings and professional development. Is there a particular contact? And how
Hey, you want to talk a little bit about that?
in space?
Mhm.
Like 100 people?
Yeah, so sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, what's the range in space for the spaces that you that are available for meetings? And like how many hours? All day, half day, evening, morning?
So we offer a wide variety of different conference rooms here at the Bronx Zoo. So it will be based off our availability. We can do morning times, we can do all day conferences from 9 to 5, and we can even do evenings that would just be a little bit more challenging, but we'll work together to make sure that there's a staffing capabilities to have that happen for you guys as well. So I will be the contact for that.
Oh, great.
And to also explain a little bit further, like we've done breakfasts, we've done evening receptions, we've hosted elected officials and their staff to do their staff retreats in a conference room. So it's like different ranges of what we can do. And because we understand that we have to be good community partners, right? We provide the space for free. We do not charge for a rental. If it's available, we'll make it work.
You'll be hearing from me.
I also ask, so you said the hiring is seasonal and a lot of the positions have already been filled. Do you mean that, when you're saying a lot of the positions have already been filled, is that the summer positions? And then I just wanted to know, what are the different seasons that for hiring and what are the best times when people should plan on applying if they want to?
So seasonal positions start really coming out, I believe, is like 2 months prior, like right before the new year. You'll start seeing things on the website. You'll see it on January. Seasonal being our high season is starting in April. So it's prepping up for that, prepping up for the spring and the summer. But that's not to say there aren't full-time jobs available too. So you just have to be on the website to see what's there.
Okay.
So the summer youth program that was extended, most of those positions have been filled.
I know they have been filling them up. There might be some available. I would just encourage you to go to the website. Now, if you have young people that are interested, you can have them apply. You can reach out to me to let me know who they are, and then we can keep track to see how they're doing in
Okay,
the system.
thank you.
That's no guarantee for, them getting the work, of course, but it's just to track to make sure that their resume is going through and
No
being
problem.
reviewed.
Thank you.
I have a question. Are there longitudinal programs in place at WCS for these young employees if they want to pursue careers in conservation and, other fields associated with the zoo and your work there?
Absolutely. We've had young people that are now full-time employees that started as a volunteer, and they've done the internships and they've continued to work within this field. Sometimes many of them also continue to work in other institutions like the Museum of Natural History, because we're all talking to each other. So for example, we have one program that's called Sci Network NYC, and that's a consortium of 8 science institutions in the city. And we focus on internships for young people and what the best models are for them. You know, at the end of the day, interns should get paid, right? And what we're seeing is that a lot of these children from these communities don't have the privilege of time to be a volunteer. They need to make money. So for this program, that is key. So we talk to each other, talk about models, and what we've seen is that we have young people that have gone through these, like they call it latticing, like a ladder. It's not just one direction. You could be taking different directions to get to your end goal. So we have a lot of examples of young people that work actually for us that have been through our programs. There's one young woman in particular, who does work with sharks at our aquarium, and she started as a volunteer here. And just for the love of the work, she ended up doing what she loves.
That's incredible. And at the Bronx Zoo location, are there laboratories and scientific research that are happening there?
Yeah, we actually have labs. We actually have a hospital on campus. You know, the facility is a 24-hour facility. So at the end of the day, you know, the doors, when they shut down, it doesn't mean that life stops at the zoo. We have folks that pretty much live here and that are constantly watching out for what we call our collections, our animals. And with that, we have a hospital in case there is an emergency for checkups. They go there. You know, I can share a story where one time I was visiting the hospital and they were working on a prosthetic for a beak for one of the birds. And it was amazing to see how the ingenuity of our veterinarians are in keeping the quality of life for these animals. But yes, we have labs, we have a hospital.
Thank you.
Lots of medical equipment, as you can imagine.
I know that the New York Botanical Gardens offers free admission for Bronx residents. Is there any idea for you all to do that in the future, or at least have specific days outside of Wednesdays for Bronx residents to be able to enjoy the zoo?
So as of right now, we just have the free Wednesdays, but we also have the community access program, which allows groups to choose whatever day they want to come and visit. I believe last year, Tiara, we provided over 35,000 tickets to a range of folks. I mean, through agencies, through different nonprofits throughout the city. The beauty about the CAT program is they don't have to come on a Wednesday, right? They can come on a weekend of their choosing. They can come in, you know, the middle of the summer, or they can come in December. So that's the flexibility that we have. And one interesting stat that we just found out is that 67% of New Yorkers have visited the Bronx Zoo for free. So it's a large, yeah, it's a huge stat for us, and we're proud of that. And that's one of the main reasons Tiara and I do the work that we do, is that we believe in access.
Stephanie, go ahead.
I just had a question about what is the age to be able to do opportunities for the internship and volunteers?
So it can range between 14 to 24. That's the age range that we work with.
And is there a possibility to share flyers promoting that they are able to do volunteer and internships? Because
you let us know, and we will bombard you with stuff. So we're being respectful.
Because I feel there's a lot of focus on the summer youth application, but not that they could be exposed for the volunteers and internships that could also lead them to full or part-time job accessibility besides the summer youth programs.
Absolutely, we can send you that information. I mean, I know our education department has been working a lot with SYEP kids. And I don't want to talk too much about that because I'm not as well informed around SYEP, but my understanding is that SYEP already has partners in place, and science institutions aren't considered a partner. So we've been advocating for them to open the RFP of SYEP to allow institutions like us and like NYBG to be able to do SYEP. That would be a major advantage, because what we're seeing is that young people make more money through SYEP than they would, I believe, with us. So they choose a different work because they need the money, not necessarily because they love what they're going to do.
Thank you.
Great question.
Hi, Daisy. Can you hear me? It's Cynthia.
Yes. Hi, Cynthia.
Hi. So I'm going to start by saying that I am a huge fan of the zoos. I have been a member for, oh God, my membership program actually doesn't even exist anymore. I continue to renew based on like my grandfathered in membership. I have a child who worked there for a while and some other family members who've worked there. Not a single bad thing to say. Now I was wondering about the summer programs. I know you have summer camps, and I think it's something that a lot of people don't even know about. If you can share a little bit of information about your summer camps.
I don't have a lot of information on that, and I don't know if it's been released just yet, but we can find out. I do believe there is some opportunity for scholarships for folks to participate, but we need to check into that.
Okay, keep me posted, please. And please make sure that you have me and Jeremy on your, like on your outreach list, because we do have it's not the most robust social media, but I think locally it has a decent reach. And, I'd be more than happy to share, flyers, events, and that sort of thing on our social media pages as well.
Yep, will do.
And also,
Thanks.
go ahead.
I was going to say, we also actively work with local council members and trying to find ways for them to fund programs with us for the community. So we have, we do have an active role in that. But if there are ideas that you have for us to collaborate and we can go to a local official to help fund it, we're game for that too.
Good to know.
Would we be able to organize a day for the Community Board 11 to come to the zoo? Through the
Yeah. If you let me know what you're envisioning, we can definitely put something together.
Okay. Yeah, I think that'd be fun.
That'd be great.
Yeah. And I was just I wanted to say. Okay. And then I just kind of building off what Cynthia was saying about social media. I also like to just forward stuff along to all the schools and civic associations in our district. So please do not, you have my email. Do not feel afraid to bombard me with anything and everything. I'm always happy to broadcast that in our district, and just make sure that these kind of opportunities are as available and to people in our community. So please put it on.
We appreciate that, because something that we've learned is that just cold calling schools doesn't really work, right? Some administrators jump on those opportunities, right, and establish great relationships with us, and then there's some that just don't respond. So if there is an in through you guys to reach certain schools to make that like real relationship and develop with them, we would love that.
Well, what kind of relationship are you trying to build with schools specifically? Because we work in schools, and one of the things that I was thinking about, especially on the internship front, so I work for D75, and we're always looking for partners for our transition students to work, a few hours every day throughout the week. And so, like, I know we have. You said what?
It's work site.
Yeah, as a work site. And we have a lot of schools, especially post-pandemic, that have really struggled finding work sites for our students to be able to sort of like build that muscle for them. So anything that you are willing to do, I guess just sharing your vision on what you would like that partnership to be with schools, and I would be more than happy to.
I mean, I really think it starts with just the conversation and getting to know each other, right? And getting to understand what the challenges are that you're facing, and what I ask people, what is your wish, right? What is your dream wishes? and letting us know and seeing what's even possible. You know, most people we've seen that we're able to provide, we're able to make some dreams come true, right? And some of it is just really just easy for us, you know, but it starts with a conversation. So email me. I can put something together for us to chat with our education people and see what's possible.
Did you put your email? You have your email?
I have it.
Okay, I'll reach out.
Yeah.
We'll find some time. I have one more question, not at all education related. Brew at the Zoo. Is that happening?
That is happening.
Okay.
That is happening. Yes, it's
Is
one
it
of our
big?
most sought after.
Every year. I live right across the street from the zoo. Also have a membership and we love it. Every time we have
Perfect.
friends.
You don't have to drive.
No, not at all. Yeah, it's great. Yeah.
Yeah, brew is happening. We have some other family friendly events that are going to be taking place, and we'll send you that information as well. I think one of them is, Tiara, help me out here. What's his name? Charlie?
Daniel Tiger.
Daniel is the tiger. So I don't know if you remember, who is it? Not Fred Rogers. What's his name? Won't you be my neighbor? What was his name?
Mr. Rogers.
Mr. Rogers. Mr. Rogers had that tiger,
Yeah.
the puppet. So that's Daniel. So Daniel has become a cartoon, right, Tiara? Some children's cartoon. So we're going to be announcing shortly some activities that we're doing with that cartoon at the park. And it'll be part of like a general admission ticket for kids to enjoy. So I will get you that information once that comes out. So there's a lot of fun stuff happening.
That's fun.
Yeah. Yeah. But we're here as a resource. Please reach out to us. You know, no question is crazy. We've seen it all. So we work at a zoo. And we're just, you know, real proud to have been part of this conversation. So thank you for the invitation.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming to our meeting.
Of
It's
course.
been really productive. Any other questions for anyone?
No. Looking forward to the partnership.
Yeah.
Yes.
You opened up a can of worms. I hope you're ready, because I am.
Tiara, you ready? Yeah. We're
I'm
here
ready.
for you guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Alrighty.
much.
Have a good evening.
You too.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Okay. So moving on, next on the agenda is the Youth Leadership Award applications. We received a number of applications this year from several different organizations. Friends of Pelham Parkway, BPECA submitted an application, Collegiate Institute of Math and Science submitted a lot of applications to us. So we're gonna review those applications and talk amongst the committee members now. The applicants, I believe, most of them, possibly all, are minors though, so we want to be kind of sensitive about what we discuss publicly in the meeting. So what we were thinking we would actually do is turn off the video, go on mute, and have a closed door session of the committee to discuss these applications, just to make sure there's no sensitive information about the applicants that gets revealed in the meeting. And then we'll come back when we've determined who our nominees are, and we'll publicly vote on that. But I was thinking if we're gonna do that, it might be a good idea just to proceed to the gallery session. I do see a number of people from nominating organizations here. I see Roxanne is here and Diana is here. So maybe we'll do the gallery session first. And give people an opportunity to speak if they'd like to, have anything to say, before we discuss the applications, and then we'll vote to go into that closed door session. So I guess now we'll go to the gallery session. Is there anyone in attendance now? Who has something they'd like to say?
I said we should move to executive session.
Yeah, executive session. Thank you, Diana. Yeah, Diana, do I need to unmute you or you can unmute yourself?
I think I just unmuted myself. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So I just wanted to relate, this doesn't really have anything to do with the qualifications of our candidate, but the way it came about, because it's such a nice community story. You know, we were looking for a long time for somebody to nominate and just not coming up with anybody. And then I think it was 2 nights after the big snowstorm, we were all out on the street shoveling cars, shoveling the curb cuts, and the supers were there, and this kid was there, the son of the super. He was riding his scooter up and down the sidewalk, you know, even though it was full of snow. And everyone was just kind of, you know, we were doing as much talking as we were doing shoveling, actually. And then a patrol car from the 49th precinct came by and slowed down and stopped, and the kid turned around and called out to the officer, and the officer called back to him, and then drove on. And so I asked him, you know, like, oh, you know the 49th precinct officers? And he said, yes, I was in the Explorer program. And then we were just talking, and I said, well, why don't you apply for this? Sounds perfect for you. You sound perfect for it. But it was just such a nice coincidence, you know, the 49th precinct was out there patrolling, people were all out shoveling, and that's how the connections just organically came about. So I'm glad.
Yeah, sounds like a real New York story, you know,
Yeah.
one of those just chance encounters. And yeah, reviewed his application. Seems like a wonderful person. Roxanne, would you like to say something?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I just joined the meeting again. I was with somebody right now. So was this discussed how many applications were submitted?
We received 10 applications.
Okay. So I know regarding Friends of Palm Parkway, I don't have to send any pictures. A lot of pictures are on Instagram. We hold over minimum 30 to 20, 35 events a year. From cleanups, back to school events to the spring Easter Bunny event, the tree lighting event, birthday events, food giveaways. I mean, it's amazing how many events we're having. We're gonna have a cleanup next week. So I want to say, like, you know, when people saying volunteers, these girls, the person I nominated, did more than the minimum 50 hours. Like, we don't, these people are real volunteers, not the occasional people that you see no photograph or no documentation. These kids that have volunteered for Friends of Palm Parkway have been volunteering for years, since we were founded in 2017. So I hope you keep that in mind, because these are people who are not just doing community service, they are invested in their community for years and have been very, for their young age, has shown remarkable ability that outpaces myself. I have to say that they do better for me on social media, on outreach, on tabling, on translation. And I'm very impressed by them and very proud for myself how I planted a seed in these young kids to really care for the future and for their community. So I hope you keep that in mind. Thank you.
Will do, Roxanne. And thank you for mentoring these young people in our community.
No, thanks, Roxanne.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Can you tell me which organizations?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, Diana, who spoke first, is from BPECA, which is Bronx Park East Community Association, right?
I think so, yeah.
And then Roxanne is Friends of Town Parkway.
Thank you.
And would anyone else like to speak in the gallery session?
I'm sorry, I'm trying to raise my hand. Hi. Just sorry. I just want to mention I'm sure if you don't know, it's Pelham Parkway Friends on Instagram, Facebook Friends Pelham Parkway. You can see all the pictures of the specific young girl as among other volunteers of Pelham Parkway throughout just last year's event. At least 30 to 35 events we held. Each event lasts between 2.5 to 3 hours from setting up to setting actual event and then taking things down. They do the petition, they do the sign up sheet. They do amazing stuff. So keep that in mind that we don't nominate people just because we want to nominate. We need people that deserve more than just this award, but it's nice to have, who really deserve the best in their lives, and that we have documentation of every event that we hold. So could be easily validated. This is a genuine volunteer that deserves this award. I'm sorry I'm being very passionate, but these kids are amazing. Thank you so much.
Okay, understood, Roxanne. And thank you for reliably nominating people every year. You know, I think it's a great honor for us to be able to hold up young people in our community who are doing great things. So I'm always just very happy to have, you know, our local organizations, you know, putting forward applications, so we're able to do that.
Okay, thank you. I have to sign off. Sorry. Thank you so much. Good night.
Okay. So Cynthia, I think we're gonna go into executive session, so I'll probably go on mute and stop the video, but if you wanna participate, you can call my cell and I can
Okay.
put you on speaker if you wanna do that.
All right, so procedurally, just make a motion to go into executive session to discuss our sensitive information about the Yankee scholarship. Make sure you get a second, and then yeah.
Okay, will do. Okay, so I make a motion to go into executive session to discuss, you know, what, some sensitive information about some of the applications that we received. Do I have a second? Second. Discussion? Any objections? Abstentions? No, okay, the motion passes unanimously. Okay, well, we're gonna go into executive session and we will return to announce who our nominees are. And Cynthia, if you want to give me a call, I'll put you on speaker. Okay, the committee is back from executive session. We,
What time is it now? 8:20 PM. Just make sure you, yeah.
okay,
Twenty.
yeah, it's 8:20 PM, returning from executive session. The committee, I think, has determined the applicants that we'd like, to submit to the Yankees. I do want to say before we announce the names, it was really tough decision to make. I think all the applicants who applied were incredibly impressive. So, yeah, it was a difficult decision, but I'll just say, real quick who chose, and then we'll make our motion. So the students selected by the committee are David Angeles, Maria Lechuga, Peter Tang, Lean Abdullah, and Jada Salida Shelley. So at this point, I make a motion to recommend the committee. I make a motion that the committee recommend the following students for the Yankee Youth Leadership Award. Those students are David Angeles, Maria Jose Franco Lechuga, Peter Tang, Lean Abdullah, and Jada Salida Shelley. Do I have a second? Second. Discussion? Kind of just
We
did
had
that. Yeah, kind of just did that. Any objections? Abstentions? Great, the motion passes.
Yay, congrats, students.
Okay, so next on the agenda, all business. No business, new business. Okay, it's now 8:23 PM. I make a motion to adjourn the committee meeting. Do you have a second?
Can I just ask, how you
Yeah.
announce it? And can we say anything? Like, can I say anything to David, or do you want me to wait?
I mean, it's public.
Yeah, you could tell him.
Okay.
I believe that, the rules say that the committee's vote is what gets sent to the Yankees. It doesn't need to go to a full board vote, which is what we did last year. And so these nominees will now get sent to the Yankees. And then they'll get back to us about,
The next steps.
the next steps and, things from there, so. But yeah,
Okay, thank you.
you could definitely tell David that we selected him.
And congratulations.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Diana. Okay, objections to the motion to adjourn? Abstentions?
Who seconded it? Stephanie seconded it. Herbert seconded it.
Okay, 8:24 PM, this adjourns the meeting of the Education Community Services Committee.
Great job, guys.
That's right, yay.
Thanks.
All right,
Everyone,
have a good evening.
have a good evening.
See you. Oh, never mind, I'll text you. I'm gonna be on vacation, full board, and I'll try to join, but I will be away, so. All right, go.